Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. Let's talk about what the energy is going to be like in the month of April for 2024. So there are some kind of larger themes to the month, which include things like rebirth and transformation. You're going to kind of see these repeated throughout. I have oracle cards. Some of them I've already gotten channeled messages for that I'm going to read off to you. Other ones I'll just pull live for you. I also have crystals that Metatron has recommended for us for the month of April to support us through these energies. Ooh, before we get started, I actually I wanted to use this particular Amanda Ellis spray. So this is the um, Year of the Dragon spray, essentially, that she made for this year. So it's called Wood Dragon Connection and Support Spray, Luck, Success, Growth, and Power. And so there's going to be these themes involving transformation, growth, rebirth, and involving abundance and opportunity. So let's go ahead and just spray this spray to bring in that energy, because who doesn't want more luck, success, growth, and power? It's a good smell. And it's funny because right at the end of the smell, I can smell like the wood scent that she put in there. Metatron also chose two more sprays. One of them is basically his signature scent. So this is Archangel Metatron Flame Attunement and Connection Master Spray. This this is the Metatron spray, basically. So let's go ahead and invite Metatron in. And it's a beautiful, fiery kind of smell, which is hence the name Flame. Archangel Michael Spray, Communication and Safety, is the other one that was chosen. I wasn't super sure why, to be honest, because when I was doing these channeled messages, it was Ra that was coming through. Like, Metatron's always with me, but Ra is the one delivering the messages. So I'm not sure where Michael comes into this, or maybe there's just a lot of you out there that could use some communication support, some safety and security support, some throat chakra support. I don't know. So maybe it'll become more apparent as we go along, and maybe it won't. But either way, that's what he told me to do, so that's what I did. Where would you like? Am I doing Meta, Ra, Michael? Okay, so this is interesting. So they're going to have Michael direct me, which is interesting because, like I said, I got most of these messages from Ra. Okay. Archangel Michael, where are we starting? Really? Oh boy. Okay. So he's actually having me, and I'll show you the deck that I used. So this is the deck that I have. I already pulled the cards. I did not channel messages for these cards, so this is probably why they directed me to Michael. Michael's going to be the one to help me navigate these. So okay, let me start here. So this is the card for Osiris. It says death and rebirth. So, like I said, there's kind of this theme about transformation and rebirth. If you think about kind of where we are on the calendar, seasonal wise, we basically, our energies match up with what's going on with Earth, with what's going on with all the planets. Everybody kind of goes through these same cycles of energy. And so, where we are right now in the cycle is kind of, it's a time to plant, right? It's a time to invest. It's a time to have these new blooms start to come up in our life. Um, so Osiris is his energy. I've channeled him before. He does not like to be called Osiris. Osiris is his Greek name. He is an Egyptian god. His Egyptian name is Asar. And he is one of Metatron's incarnations. They have very similar energy. Michael, you want me to? You're gonna okay. He's gonna give me more on this. Um, okay. So he's referencing death. So because it says death and rebirth on the card. So death or the ending of something, it doesn't have to be the ending of a life. It could be the ending of a job, it could be the ending of a belief, it could be the ending of your time in a particular home, it could be all kinds of endings. So death or any ending is a new beginning. And I know a lot of you know this, right? Because it's when you end one thing, you begin another simultaneously. That's, it's part of the cycle of everything. A SAR is tied into the cycles of life, um, the seasons, and the cycles of death and rebirth. Any The energy of Osiris is like this infinite, like all gods, right? This infinite energy where there is no beginning, there is no end. We just keep going around, right? It's like that infinite spiral that we're on. That's essentially the energy of him. It's really cool energy. Okay, we're good on this one. Okay, which, can I do this one? Okay. This one, I don't even know how you pronounce this person's name. I have never channeled them before. Is it a dude? Yeah, he's got facial hair. So I don't know if this is happy, but they are associated with renewal. So this is important. I'm just looking at the artwork to see if I can pick up anything on this. Um, so renewal, rebirth, it's replenishing yourself again. So a lot of us have been going through um, processing trauma that has put us in a vibration that maybe is not where we want to be, right? We're having darker emotions, darker moods, darker thoughts, whatever kind of come up into our life. These things that are of a lower vibration need to surface for us to clear them. So that they need to surface for us to put an end to them, for them to have a death in order to renew our energy and bring in a new beginning, essentially, for the thoughts or the feelings that we're processing. This one? No. I don't even know how to say this. Okay. And you know what? Some of these cards, like, I mean, no offense to whoever wrote this deck, but sometimes the spelling on these names, like somebody didn't do a spell check, they aren't correct. So hopefully this is correct. I don't know who this is. I haven't met them yet. Um, Maybe I'll tune into them because it feels like, is this one of your incarnations? Okay. I think this is one of Michael's incarnations, and that's why he's encouraging me to connect with him. So this is Canum, resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. Michael, can I just tune into you? It might be too hard for me to do a new person right this second. Michael's showing me like somebody who's standing at a table and they have all these tools on the table, and it's like, use these tools that you have been given. That's what he's saying. Use these tools that you have been given. So when you feel like you're hitting a dead end or you're hitting an obstacle and you're like frustrated, struggling, don't know what to do, you do know what to do, is what he's saying. He's saying, you have the tools. We've given you the tools. It's remembering that you have tools and consciously choosing to use them. So, some of the tools that you might need to use that you maybe haven't been using, self care. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you taking care of your own energy, your own feelings, your own body? Are you making sure that you feel loved and cared for? Because if you don't do that, then you have this like host of other problems that can pop up. Um, Other tools, some of you might use meditation as a tool. I personally don't, and it's okay if you don't. There's no right or wrong. Um, Hands down, meditation is phenomenal and it's going to benefit you no matter what, whether you do it for 15 minutes or you do it for an hour. Like, it's going to help you out intensely. But yeah, you have, it's a choice, right? You have to choose to use the tool. Like, he's basically directing this at me. He's like, you know, this would help you, but you don't do it. Use your resources. You want to give me one more? Okay. Give me another tool that we have that we probably aren't using that would help if we were using. He's like, call in your guides. So make sure when you're struggling with something that you're asking for help. Make sure you're like, whoever you want to talk to. Doesn't matter if it's an archangel, god or goddess, ascended master. I would recommend using ascended masters or um, angels, probably. That would probably be my. I mean, I shouldn't badmouth gods and goddesses because I love them, but um, probably a good spot to start. Some of the gods and goddesses are a little. I'm just gonna say it, Michael. um, they are both dark and light, just like a human. So some of them might be more self-absorbed or not as in tune with your greatest good. Many of them are, but it's just possible that some of them aren't. If you are an ascended master, then they can very clearly see what the greatest good is for you. Same with an archangel. But call in your guides. So if you're struggling with something, say, "Hey Metatron, hey Yeshua, hey Kathumi," I don't know, whoever it is that you feel drawn to, ask them to support you in your process. So if you're depressed about something or if you're mad about something, ask them to help you and they will do their best to bring additional information to you to give you an opportunity to see your situation from a higher perspective. And he's doing, oops, wrong pile. So this is Hathor. It says Hathor. I don't know. Hathor. Intelligence. Intelligence. I don't feel like that's what you want, but I don't know anything about. Huh. Let me see if I can just tune in. I'm just going to ignore the card. The card's not helping me. I don't know anything about her. So I'm just going to try to tune into what Michael wants. Wisdom. Practical wisdom. Okay. So this is so hard to do on the spot with nothing to feel for. Oftentimes, why people who are psychic or people who will channel use oracle cards is that it gives them like a framework in order to know what message to pull. When you just are free channeling, there's so many options that sometimes it overwhelms the little human mind. Practical wisdom. Okay. So this is like involving your day-to-day life, your household, your like um your job, your chores, you're taking care of the kids, or you're helping out your parents, or you're a family member, or just like your day to day kind of existence is what this is tapping into. So, practical wisdom. So, recognizing that that, um, the things that trigger you, like let's say you have a certain family member and you always kind of get this same unpleasant emotional reaction around this family member. That trigger is there because you have a wound that needs healing. And if you don't inspect, if you don't take a look carefully at that wound in order to process it, then you stay stuck in this cycle of interacting with that family member the same way. They do the same thing they do. You feel triggered. You have that same feeling. And it's just this repetition. So, in your day to day life, looking at those triggers, start off by looking at how it makes you feel. So, this family member always triggers you, right? And so, what is it about them that triggers you? It's like, okay, well, I feel triggered because they never listen to me. I say something and they always ignore it, or they always talk over me, or whatever the case is. They don't listen to me. And so you kind of explore that a little bit deeper. And it's like, okay, well, why does someone not listening to me trigger me? It's like, okay, well, this makes me feel not important. This makes me feel um, unheard or not worthy. And so we're getting down a little bit further to like the cause of this wound. The practical wisdom to apply to this situation and to all situations where you are triggered by another. The wisdom is knowing that whatever deficit or whatever behavior the other person has, it's there because of a wound they have, or it's there because of a lack of awareness, almost like a blind spot in their vision. They don't know any better, right? So the wisdom is seeing that the things that other people do that make us feel angry and make us feel sad and make us feel unworthy or whatever emotion comes up for us, it's not about us. That person is not trying to trigger that. That person is consumed with their own wound, or it's a, like I said, it's a blind spot for them where they don't mean anything harmful, but they don't have enough awareness to recognize that this could be a harmful behavior. So if you can start basically not taking things personally, that is a massive piece of wisdom that we probably all will work towards for a very long time, but learning to take nothing personally, because nothing is personal. The mind, the ego says everything is personal, right? Everything's personal. Nothing is personal. It's the ego mind is very self-absorbed, and it's like everything, they did that for me, or it always, we revolve, our own universe is revolving around us kind of thing. Um, but yeah, wisdom is that everyone's going through their own struggle. Everyone's limited by their own limitations, and it's not It's not personal. And so if you can take that out of the equation, it makes it a whole lot less triggering. It's going to remove a lot of that unnecessary emotion from the situation. And so that's going to help you grow, and that's going to help you react better, and that's going to help you have a better life. All right. I don't know how to say this. Mehen? Mehen is this like, okay, I know like one thing. So Mehen is the snake, and I know that this snake is supposed to protect Ra. That's all I know. I get this card a lot. You're the snake. Okay, that makes sense. He's like, hello. I'm like the protection soul energy over here. Yeah, okay. So the snake that protects Ra is like an incarnation of Archangel Michael. Why are you coming forward with protection? He's like, don't read too much into it. Okay. I'm like, do people need extra protection right now? And he's like, no, this is more like if you are drawn to Archangel Michael's energy, this is just him validating, hey, if you want to call me in to assist you in any way, not just protection, but if you want assistance from Archangel Michael in any way, he's happy to help you. He's happy to have you call on him. Okay, Michael, are you staying? You're leaving. Am I getting Metatron? Okay. Okay. What card deck are we doing? It's a weird place to start. So this is a newer deck that I got, a Dragon Rider Oracle. Essentially, there are so few Oracle cards for dragons that it doesn't matter how good or bad it is. Pretty much if someone comes out with it, I'm going to get it because I just love working with that energy. Okay. These over here. No, no, this one. Man. So with this Oracle card deck, it's pairing like ascended masters or gods and goddesses with a specific dragon, and it's naming the dragon. This is Hecate. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. I know she is magical, and she's not scared of being a little dark. And the message on this card says, "Only a rebellious mind is sufficiently agile and flexible to grasp magic in its entirety. Have the courage to rebel every once in a while." Okay, so the core message on this is if you come to magic or come to any aspect of your life with the belief that you are all light, only light, nothing but light, which is a lot of times what like spiritual people kind of get in this trap of feeling, right? Because it's like, oh no, I just want to be light. I like light. I'm just light. Realistically, we are both, and realistically, the darkness has things to contribute to our learning, to our experience, um, to everything. And so she's saying, don't reject your darkness because you need this to be whole. You need this to be powerful. Now, I'm not talking about like evil. And you know, these are just words, right? But I'm not talking about people who harm others for pleasure. I'm not talking about that darkness. I'm talking about darkness as in uh, being a little rebellious, like she's saying, or um, being okay with um, anger. Their anger is healthy and natural in certain amounts. If you're waking up every day and you're feeling angry, that's not healthy, but it has its own place and it should be able to come into your life and then pass out of you quickly. There are these darker energies that add contrast and interest and depth and knowledge and wisdom to us. So making sure that you aren't rejecting part of yourself and missing out on half of existence. Okay. I don't even know who these people are. This says lousy and sunshine. So check out that gold dragon, like on fire. Okay, let's see. You don't want me to read it? You do want me to read it. Be careful with your words. With some, you can harm yourself. So speak with love and positivity. Allow your words and smile to be your adornments. Okay, so when someone is saying be careful with your words, we're basically calling out the power of manifestation. Um, Words are far more powerful than people recognize. Yes, some words sting and hurt. When we were talking earlier with Michael, and we were talking about, um, if somebody triggers you, they might have this as a blind spot. They might not even recognize and realize what they're doing. So they might be using words that are like offensive to you or hurtful to you. And to them, they're like, but I didn't mean them that way. So being mindful of what you think and what you say, because it does, they do carry energy and it does have an impact. This gold dragon is like very much like abundance. This is totally abundance energy. Okay. Okay. So Metatron is saying to also be mindful of your thoughts and what you're saying about yourself, because you need to, help me phrase this. He wants you to, I can't find the word, Metatron. He wants you to believe in yourself. That's what the gist of it is. He wants you to believe in yourself, and he wants you to speak to yourself like you believe in yourself, because those are manifesting words, those are manifesting thoughts, and there is abundance available. It's like, look, it's right behind him, it's all around him. Abundance is right there for the taking. Okay, he's connecting um self-confidence with abundance is what he's doing. So he's like, build yourself up. Speak to yourself the way you would want a mentor or a teacher to speak to you. Yeah, he's tying that into abundance with this dragon. Let me see what else we can get. Of course, they're pulling all the decks that I don't have channeled messages for. After this, I actually think I might be able to pull out my phone. Do you want no. No. This one. Yep. Look. Another gold dragon. And we have named this gold dragon abundance. Okay, so same concept as the last one. Rose Merta. I don't know who she is. Abundance and wealth are now flowing towards you. Prepare to be receptive at every level in order to receive all that awaits you. Ooh, okay, so that's why it's important. So if you, okay, so let's say you're thinking all these like critical self thoughts, right? Like, um, like limiting thoughts to what you're capable of. If you're like, oh yeah, I can't do that. I'm not smart enough to do that. I'm not gifted enough to do that. I'm not whatever. I will always be XXYZ, whatever. He's showing me that energetically, if you are saying things like this, it's like putting up a fence. It's like putting up a wall between you and the rest of the energetic world. And he's like, right now, in April, there's all this abundant energy flowing around. All this abundant energy. And it's there. It's there for everybody. But if you've put up your wall, nothing can come through. So this is coming from the solar plexus. So you have to accept or believe that you are worthy and able to take abundance. This one. Look, more gold, more yellow. We have Cthulhu and Kayana is the dragon. Smile and feel the peace that smiling brings you. Ensure that there is divine peace within you at every level. Okay. So, in the context of what these messages are talking about, inner peace is not being at war with yourself. Because a lot of us are at war with ourselves, where our mouth is like, I would love more abundance in my life. I would love good things to happen. But the solar plexus is like, yeah, but you don't deserve it. That's never going to happen for you. We're like conflicted. We're working against ourselves. So peace, inner peace in this instance is not believing the thoughts that come through your mind that are limiting you or that are telling you that you are not worthy of something, because those are always lies, always. And so it's a matter of recognizing lies, and it's going to happen. These thoughts are going to pop up no matter what. I don't think anyone ever gets to the point where the thoughts don't show up. It's just when the thoughts do show up, not letting them be the boss, not going, oh, thought, you are right, I'm not worthy, this will never happen for me. Like, that is you buying into that. That's not what you want to do. In order to be like Kasumi and to be like an ascended master, we have to be able to have these thoughts and have these emotions that don't feel good and look at them honestly and kind of debunk them. Look at them and go, no, I am divine. I am worthy of all things. I want to be completely open to all good things that come my way. Sorry, guys. I had I had Finn just like lay down on my cord and tangle it in his legs. Okay. So ensure that there is divine peace within you at every level. Okay. This is the last card of this deck. Mother Earth and Vita, all things are interconnected. Feel the deep peace. We're repeating the peace thing again. Feel the deep peace and sense of connection that results from this knowledge. Check out what this woman is holding on to. This is very symbolic of abundance. She's got like the basket we've got fruits and vegetables and like wheat, pieces of wheat in there. Okay. Yeah. And look at all the fire energy on the dragon. So fire energy is very transformational. Fire energy is, let's destroy what is no longer working. Let's destroy what once was in order to allow something better to take its place. So there is abundance waiting, but there might be fire, there might be transformation, there might be rebirth needed within you internally in order to get to this place of abundance. Because it's like we talked about on the last card, if you're working against yourself, how are you ever going to get to the abundance? So there has to be some amount of introspection, looking within yourself, and healing so that you can allow these things that are just waiting for you to come to you, to be part of your existence. Okay, I'm going to put, where did I put that? Are you laying on it? No, I'll just leave it. Okay, let me pull up my notes. Let me actually tell you. Oh, I'm just going to read this. They say that's okay. Okay, what? I was in this one. This is the deck I'm going to be showing the cards from next. So, what I'm saying here is Ra's energy shows up in multiple places in this, in these cards, which of course makes me laugh. He always shows up as like a bird of prey. So if it's like an eagle, if it's like a falcon, it's Ra. So Ra acknowledges that many of us are contending with difficult emotions and old patterns. He gives the card of karmic justice to show that for some, these experiences are necessary to balance energy. For others, he gives the card of resilience, indicating that the event itself is not as important as your viewpoint on it. And then he gave me two more cards here. We have let go. And then the other one was change. See if I can hold both of those for you. Let go and change. The cards let go and change are calling us to release the thought patterns that are preventing us from growing. When you are having an argument, do you have to be right? Are there places in your life where your ego or pride is getting in your way? The wisdom card shows that there is something to be gained from these interactions, and it is more than frustration. The growth of energy card reminds you that you must be unassuming and open like a newborn child if you are to gain this new understanding. Ego and pride have no place in learning new ways of being. Okay. And then the next deck I'm going to show you guys, Spirit Animal Wisdom. So I love decks like this. I actually really, really love this deck in particular. But it's essentially different spirit animals stepping forward with messages for us, which who doesn't love that? So Chameleon steps forward to show you that frequent change is necessary and natural. Your evolution should be constant, and this will attract your soul tribe to you. It is safe to be seen. This over here. The koi carp or the koi fish supports you during the month of April, encouraging you to capitalize on the flow of energy and to take action on your dreams. The koi fish heralds abundance both within you and around you. So again, we're talking about all this abundant energy we have going around. Leaf cutter ant is a tiny spirit guide that reminds you that anything is possible with an army behind you. You are not meant to live life disconnected from others. Ask for help and seek support. So, if you, there's two different ways I am viewing this card. One is all of us need to connect with others who share similar viewpoints with us. That is something I think that we all need, especially since it's kind of scarce in this world. So that's one way I'm looking at this, is to connect with others who share your viewpoint. If you're interested, we have a Patreon group that is a community of individuals who might be exactly what you are looking for. So if you want to check that out, it'll be a link in the comments or in under the video. Um, the other aspect of this is it's talking about ask for help, seek support. So if you're struggling with um, your inner child healing, or you're struggling with releasing trauma, or you're struggling with dark night of the soul, or integrating your light and your dark, like all these things, right? If you're struggling with some aspect of your spiritual journey, it's okay to reach out. It's okay and it's good to reach out to others for assistance. Um, this might be just you communicating with other people who share a similar viewpoint as you on like chat boards or in the comments of videos or whatnot. This might be you seeking services to assist you with trauma removal, something like that. So, if you are potentially interested in services, Susan and I have a business called Orange Light Energy, so you can take a look there. We always have we have we have lots of services there for many different things, and we continue to expand it as Metatron encourages us to. We had Wolf come through, which I love. Wolf encourages you to let your heart lead you and to let go of the things that are not for your highest good. Wolf reminds you that no one is meant to be a lone wolf. Know that your pack is out there. So this is kind of supportive with that leaf ant message too. You're not supposed to be isolated. You're not supposed to be on your own. So find a way to connect with others so that um, so that you feel emotionally balanced, because that is a need of all humans, is to have a network of other people that support us. So make sure that that's something that you are seeking out for yourself. Did I skip one of these? Oh, you know what it was? I didn't get a message on this one. It was just the eagle card, and I laughed because I was like, oh, it's Ra. So he made me laugh. But here's the last card of this deck. So this is Field Mouse. Field Mouse is small and unassuming, but he knows that he too has a place and purpose in this world. Success is available to you if you would only believe in yourself. Dare to dream big and take action. So again, this message came through earlier where it was talking about believing in yourself. Believe in yourself. Dare to dream big. Do you want me to? Okay. The next thing I'm going to show you. Daily crystal inspiration. Let me see. Okay. So these are 7 crystals that Metatron is recommending for support during this month. So Tiger's Eye. So this one says to help you overcome your fears and believe in yourself. So this completely ties into the solar plexus. This ties into the confidence and feeling worthy so that you can take the abundance that is out there to take. This is all tying into everything. Okay. This is a crystal. I feel like everyone has it. I could be wrong. It's amethyst. Oh, you know what? For tigers, I brought examples. For tiger's eye, I was bringing you my little bird of prey here, which, because of Ra, I brought him out. Okay. So amethyst, I think everybody has an amethyst. Maybe they don't. If you don't have one, they are in a small piece like this, they are reasonably affordable. So amethyst is to tune into your intuition and to trust it. It is calling you onto your path. So this is about, I mean, it's what he said. It's about listening to your intuition, because all of us know inside what pathway we're supposed to be on, even though the brain and the mind are just like clueless. We're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. The soul knows exactly. The soul is like, we need to talk to that person. We should sign up for that class. Leave a comment on this. The soul knows exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So if you can tune into your intuition, trust it, listen to it, and your journey starts taking off and good things start happening quickly. Look at this. Moonstone. The card says live your purpose. Moonstone comes in like 3 million colors. This is the one I picked up for you guys. The message was, haha, to tune into your intuition. We just talked about that. So that you may live out your purpose. So again, 2 different crystals, amethyst and moonstone, to get everybody on the right pathway, to tune into that intuition. We have Apophyllite, which says stay positive. Apophyllite, it comes in different colors. So, like for example, so Apophyllite is this white that looks like quartz. It's not, it's Apophyllite. This right here is like a peach still bite. But so it comes in a clear color. It comes in a bunch of other colors. This is another example. This, the green that you see here and here is the Apophyllite. This peach, again, is peach stillbite. Apophyllite and stillbite like to grow together. The message for Apophyllite: to stay positive and keep a high vibration, which will attune you to divine answers. Now, granted, it's not possible for us to always be at a high vibration. It's not possible, not natural. So, allow yourself to have your vibration fluctuate. If, however, your vibration is kind of always hanging out a little bit lower and you're not actively processing trauma, then that's a problem. Then you would want to work on getting your vibration higher. And for those of you who have that situation where your vibration tends to hang out a little bit lower than you want it, we have Agate to help bring you back into balance. My example is a blue agate, but this one has been dyed. This one in the picture is natural. They come in slices. Okay. Chrysocholla. The message on this one is to give you the energy to start fresh in your heart and in how you express yourself. So, as you can see, there's like a kind of a greenish, bluish, there's like blue and green in this. So what I'm going to show you, I have a malachite chrysocolla. So the malachite is this green, and if I flip it over, you can see the blue, and the blue part is the chrysocolla. To give you the energy to start fresh. Remember, we're talking about new beginnings, we're talking about rebirth, we're talking about renewal. To start fresh in your heart and in how you express yourself. So that's tying into like the green and blue colors. The last crystal he gave is phantom quartz. The message for phantom quartz is embrace change and know that no matter how difficult life has been, there is always the opportunity for future joy and growth. So this is really speaking to those who have gone through a really difficult time recently. So I want to try to explain phantom quartz to you. This picture is probably the best picture you're gonna get. I this is the best example I have of a phantom quartz, which is actually horrible. I don't think you can. No, it's not going to show up on here. So, phantom quartz is a clear quartz that has um, a point showing through the clear quartz. This one has one, but it's clear and it's like made of bubbles, and so it's just not um, defined enough to show up on this kind of camera. In this example, it's like something brown that's left all these, I don't know if you could see all these little marks. So it leaves like a phantom or like a fake crystal tip in the middle of the crystal. So this happens when the crystal is growing and then it stops. So think about this like your life. Life is going along and then something disrupts your life in a way that makes life feel like it stops. Some kind of loss. This could be someone has died. This could be a job loss. This could be a divorce. This could be a lot of different things. So something happens that makes life feel like it stops and the crystal stops growing, right? This is symbolically. But what these crystals do is, for some reason, they start growing again. And each time it decided to grow again, it got a new line. And so you can see life was hard, but it kept growing, it kept going. And so this is very symbolic of life moving forward and there's still being beautiful things up ahead, even when you think life is kind of over and done with. Okay. April 2024 energies are ripe with opportunity. The abundance is waiting, but it must be claimed. Dragon energy supports this abundance during April and during every month in 2024. There are specific opportunities for abundance being identified by the dragons. And so the dragon collective, you can tell by the um, dragon decks that I used. Didn't I have two of them? Maybe I'm crazy. I know I had one of them. Dragon energy, at least I could tell, maybe you guys can't. Dragon energy came through really strongly. So there are specific opportunities for abundance being identified by the dragons. So here, this is kind of what we've been talking about. So this is what April 2024 is all about. Opportunities for inner peace, opportunities for financial wealth, opportunities for positive mindset or like a higher vibrational mindset, and opportunities for magical abilities. So these are all like energetically open doors for this month. So take steps towards your own peace, your own wealth, your own positivity, and your own magic. If you do so during this month of April, you're basically getting this like supercharged support from the universe. Take advantage of these energy currents to maximize your benefit. Okay. Let me just see what he wants me to do now. Okay. He said, we're going to do one more deck. I haven't pulled cards on these yet, so I'm just going to do them for you live, and we're going to see what comes through. This is Work Your Light Oracle cards. I don't know why I'm shuffling. Let me just do it the way I normally do it. I'm just going to pull them all at once, and then we'll look at them. So I've gotten one card so far. 2, 3, 4. Okay. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So this is just an acknowledgement to everyone watching this video. It's an acknowledgement to you. You are a Lightworker. You are a Starseed. You came here to spread love on Earth. This is the time that you wanted to incarnate in order to do this. This is the Age of Light. You have been training for this for decades or lifetimes or both. We've been training for this our entire incarnation cycle, forever and ever and ever. We're always practicing. We're always trying to get better. No, no, this one. So this card is the Priestess card. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? So this is going to be really targeted towards specific people watching this. And you'll know if it's you, you'll know, me saying, how are you being called to step up and lead? You're getting that feeling in your chest. You're like, God, I know that's me. I know I'm supposed to do that. Look at all the gold on her. They're like these gold wings. In order to be able to lead others, the solar plexus needs to be healthy. You need to have a balanced sense of confidence and self-worth. Because if it's not balanced, then you're going to be trying to prove things or seek approval from others or all kinds of stuff that can get you in trouble. So this is just validation for whoever of you are thinking about doing something where you would be more in a leadership position. All right, this card says, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Okay. This is what all of us are ultimately here to do. All of us are here to spread light, spread love on Earth. And so you can refer to that as seeding the light or laying the foundations. This is the divine plan. This is the soul contracts that we signed up for. I have never spoken to Anna, grandmother of Jesus, but look at her. She's just like, she looks like fun. I should channel her sometime. Someone just said, yes, you should. Was that her? Okay. Okay, let me see what the last card says. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. How many of us overthink? Keep facing your true north. A lot of us get kind of stuck in these thoughts of needing to do, needing to do more. Almost like we're trying to force our growth a little bit too much, maybe. Maybe we're being a little too hands-on with it. There's got to be a little bit of ebb and flow. A lot of us want things to happen right now. We want all of our gifts right now. We want all of our trauma to be gone right now. But everything is incremental. It's always ongoing. And you can't force anything to come any faster than your guides are going to serve it up for you, right? Because there's a reason for the timing. There's a reason this week it's time for you to purge trauma, and maybe next week it's time for you to do something different. There's a method behind all of this. So don't overthink. Don't be critical of yourself. Don't be feeling like, oh, I'm not far enough along, or this week I can't hear my guides, or yeah, what is that about us, I guess? I guess it's part of like the cycle of things, right? because we were talking about cycles earlier. It's like the cycle of being able to hear your guides. Sometimes your intuition feels really strong, and sometimes it's like, where did that intuition go? Right? And sometimes it's like, wow, I'm getting it all right. I'm doing everything great. And then it's like, oh, wait, I just, nope. Sometimes the vibration is high, and sometimes it's like, you know what, screw it. I don't feel like having a high vibration right now. And this is all normal, and this is all healthy. And there's a need to have both sides of the coin. So don't freak out and don't criticize yourself every time you dip down into the lower portion of the experience. Keep facing your true north. You're doing what you need to do. Keep heading in that direction. You're going to get where you want to go. Okay. This is everything that I have for you. So, big takeaways. Abundance is out there waiting. Become more aware of what's going on inside of yourself in order to heal it, in order to master your emotions, in order to ignore the thoughts that tell you lies, in order to find more balance and more peace within. But yeah, they were talking about financial abundance, inner peace. What were the other ones? I really want to pull those up. Positivity and magic. So those are the 4 things to really tune into this month. So this is everything I have for you guys. I hope you have an amazing April. I hope each one of you has a phenomenal breakthrough. I hope that you find luck, success, growth, and power. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.